I'm going to cut it in half to show you what it looks like on the inside. Nice and airy. Okay. So let's get right into it. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm running out of flour, as you can see, so that's probably why it's a little bit harder. But anyway, 2 cups of flour. Okay. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of yeast. So here's my teaspoon. Is that my teaspoon? No, it's half a teaspoon. 2 teaspoons. Make sure that it's yeast. I have instant yeast. I don't have like the traditional rise yeast. So 2 teaspoons of this. Okay. I'm going to be adding 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So here's one. I like to just hit it up like this so that you can get like even. So 1, and then here's half of this one. Okay, half a teaspoon. I got this recipe from Cooking with Natasha, Trini Cooking with Natasha. I find her recipes are really great, so I'm going to try. This is the first time I'm making bake, and I'm actually pretty excited because a lot of people have asked me to make this, and the first time you know what? Let me just get through this first, and then I'll tell you the story while I'm mixing. Okay, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of brown sugar. I'm going to add about a quarter teaspoon of salt. Probably like this much. Very little bit. Put that in there just to give it a little bit of a taste. Okay, so all of the dry ingredients, I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. Try to get it like in there as evenly as possible. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of butter or margarine. So here's a tablespoon. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to mix this up nicely. I'm going to crumble it up so it's all fully incorporated into the butter. So that it's all of the butter is incorporated into the flour. I can't talk today. I'll bring it a little closer. I'll bring it closer. Okay. There, I'm going to show you like this. And I'm just going to crumble it in so it's like fully incorporated. See, so I just kind of like mix it up like this. And I feel the butter. I like to show you like what I'm seeing so that you can also do that. So just bear with me. I know some of my videos are a little long. Now we're going to add some warm water. I'm going to say probably about 3/4 of a cup. Okay, so I have about a cup of water here, but I probably won't be using all of it. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little bit at a time and just kind of like mix it up a little bit with my finger. I don't want to have it like stuck in my hand right now. And I'm just doing like a little mix like this. Can you see that? I'm just kind of mixing it up. I want to fully incorporate it and have like a really soft dough. The water is warm. I'd say it's not like lukewarm or like room temperature warm. It's warmer than that, but it's not hot because you don't want it to be too hot because you don't want it to affect the yeast. Okay, so you grab a little bit more, kind of mix it up in here like this. This is kind of how I do it. I want to make sure that all of the flour is being used. Now, normally you would knead this by hand for about 5 minutes. I'm going to use my mixer with the hook. If you have one, you can use it. If not, just knead it by hand for about 5 minutes. You want this to be a soft dough. Like you see how it's like really soft right now? That's essentially how it's supposed to be. So I'm just going to grab a little bit more of that flour. There. And then put it in there. I might grab a little bit more water, to be honest. Just a little bit more. Mix that up together by itself. So I can kind of get it like that. Can you see? Okay. And don't worry that it is a little bit sticky and soft. Once you knead it for 5 minutes, it will form a little bit of a stronger dough, but you still want it to be really soft. Like you see? Look how soft it is. I'm going to put this in my, see, it's like pretty much empty. So I'm going to add this to my mixer. Let me go wash my hands first because like they're a little bit sticky. Okay, so my hands are all clean. Bring you up a little bit, back you up a little bit, because I'm going to add it to my mixer. Bring it over here. Okay, now it's ready to be put into my mixer. So I'll bring it in. I'll put that in there and just have it on low. See? Okay, so I just wanted to kind of show you a closer look as to what's happening here. And we're going to leave this on for 5 minutes on low. If you don't have one of these, that's okay. Just knead it with your hands for 5 minutes. Okay, so it has been 5 minutes. Till I'm morning. I love the song. I do not horn. Just so you know. I was singing this song and people were like, "You're doing what?" I'm like, "I'm not." Oi, okay, can I just show you how soft the dough is? This is what you're looking for, okay? Very nice consistency. Like you just see? Very nice and soft. All right. So I'm going to put this back in here. Put this in the sink. Okay. And I'm going to grab some wet paper towel and cover this. Probably like they usually say about 10 or 15 minutes. I think I'm going to leave it for like 20 minutes. I think I feel like I want it to be a little bit softer. Okay. So I'm just going to, cause I only hold it till I'm on it. But it's a very catchy song. I want to like dance to it. Cause I only hold it till I'm on it. I don't do this often. It's only when she calling me. 20 minutes. Okay, so while the bake is rising, we're going to add the oil to the pot. Like an inch of oil. Maybe like that much. It's going to be on like medium high heat. We don't want it to be too hot because we don't want it to burn, right? So the dough is finished rising. See, it's risen just a little bit. You can see, things so soft. It's gonna turn out so good. Okay, so we're gonna take that out here. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. See how it's like that's how soft it is? You see? Like it's really soft. Okay. And we're going to separate this. See like look how nice it is. So we're gonna separate this into 8 dough balls. Probably like this size. And this is a clean surface. And we're just going to like kind of round it up a bit. Similar to like when you're making roti. You just put it into like a little ball and then just set it down like this. We're also going to let this set probably for another like 10 minutes. Because it really depends on how big you want your bake. You can make them smaller. Okay, like this. This is the size of the bake that I'm making. Okay, let's do this closer. See how it's like this, right? You just take it and you kind of squeeze it. Almost looks like a dumpling. Like, you know those like boiled dumplings that you get from, what are they called? I can't remember. Anyway, and then there, you make it like this. So we're going to let this sit again underneath this wet paper towel for like another 10 minutes. So we are ready to start rolling these out. A little bit of flour at the bottom. Do that salt, what's his name? Salt Bay? What there? Anyway, and then we will grab one of these dough balls, put it here. This is going to be probably a big one. So I feel like it's like big. Here. And we're going to start rolling it out very thin. Soca. Look how nice it rolls. I like them thin. Probably like a quarter of an inch. Like, let me just kind of show you. Like this thin. Okay. And then I'm just going to put it to the side so that they can just sit there and be ready. Now, I got this recipe from Cooking with Natasha, like Trini Cooking with Natasha. She's great, by the way. And I did see her do this part first. And I'd like open it up first and then roll them out. Look, again, this is like kind of like how thin you want it. See? Okay, so I'm going to put the first bake in here. See how it's poofing up? So you flip it over. And it's poofing up again. You see how it's nice? And you flip it over again. Oh, there's a little hole in it. And then we just cook it like this until it gets like a light brown. I have seen people leave it like this, but I think I feel like I want to have it a little bit browner. Like not too brown, but I feel like I want it a little darker than this. See how it's getting a little bit browner? I think I want to do it like a little like this. Probably put it on like a 6. Okay. See, this one came up a little bit brown like this again. So I'm gonna take it out because I'm sure it's done. I have a bowl here with some paper towel, and I'm just gonna let it sit here. On to the next. See how it's puffing up? Look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay. Just flip it over. There. This one's a little thin up at the top there, but that's okay. And this is the first time I've ever made bake before, so I hope it's turning out the way it's supposed to. The first time I had bake was when I went to Peppa on the side and had the bacon shark, and it was really good. So I was like, you know what? I really want to try this. So I want to get like a nice little light brown color on it. I feel that that's good. Okay, I'm going to try one more. One more to see if it poops up like the others. I don't know what happened. Okay, let's try this now. Okay. Flip it over. Hopefully I didn't put a hole in it. Okay, it's poofing up on its own. Okay. Here it goes. Okay. Okay, it's mostly poofy. Okay. I feel like maybe I'm piercing it with this. That works better. That looks a little ugly, but that's a whole bunch of like bumps on it, but like it's poofed at least. Yeah, it's ugly. I feel like the oil might not be hot enough. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. What do you think? That might be the issue. Because like the first one, I would have had like it would have been sitting like the oil would have been sitting there for a longer time. So it might have been hotter. And each time I put one in, maybe it's like cooling off the oil. I don't know. That's ugly. Like it's ugly. But I want to show you how ugly it is on the outside. But hopefully it's nice and fluffy on the inside. But like look how ugly that is. Okay. I'm gonna put it in here with the pretty ones and see what happens. It's all done. So please let me know in the comments. Some constructive criticism was always welcome. I feel like this is nice and soft. I feel like maybe I did it too thin, but let me know because I'm going to be attempting to make these again. Okay, so I think I just needed them to like cool off and like soften up a bit because like they're not as hard as I thought they were going to be. So maybe I just needed them to relax. Decided to add like eggs and some stuff to it to make it kind of like a sandwich like this. I know that's not traditionally what you use it for, but it was my first attempt and I'm going to eat it like this and try again.